shout it from the rooftops. Ah, na, 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 na. All right, so fantasy, and false imagination, philosophy. This is all like the enemy of what we're trying to do here. It's the most basic thing. When you're driving your car with the GPS, it's like, okay, 200 meters ahead, take left, 400 meters ahead, take right. It's very practical. You're going somewhere, and you have this turn coming up ahead. It's going to work. What's not practical is like worrying like a year in advance about something that's probably not going to happen. Most people's heads are like taken up with like all this false jazz going on upstairs. And that's bad enough, but then our culture sort of glorifies it. If you think of it, all these music videos, all these movies, all this Instagram, whatever, it's all about like people living in this fantasy of the future kind of thing. And that doesn't help us. All the kosher forms of meditation and health training, it's all about just 200 meters ahead, take left, 300 meters ahead, take right, just doing what's practical. Now, conversely, in Likutei Halachot, Rabbi Natan talks about having a vision and mapping out every step of it. That's good. That's cool. You have like a real plan. I'm going to really buy a farm in Oregon. Here's where the money's going to come from. The farm's going to have goats and sheep, whatever. A real plan with a real on-the-ground way to get to that plan, of course. It's wonderful. It's more just the vague, false dreams and hopes and all this. It's a bunch of mental garbage a lot of the time. Does that make sense? So we have to cut the line in the difference between the real visionary planning, practical visionary planning, and just mishigas, vague mishigas, right? And in Breslov, what do they say is the worst kind of mishigas in the brain? Sexual fantasy, which again, our culture makes the whole religion out of often. And that's where the modesty in dress comes in, because immodesty in dress is part of this whole playful sexual fantasy thing that's supposedly like wonderful and part of life, and it's really gross. Excuse the judgmental talk.